If you're a die-hard Browns fan and love breaking down the game like we do, hit that subscribe button and turn on the bell so you never miss a blitz. When it comes to NFL quarterback competitions, the drama often goes far beyond the field, and the Cleveland Browns' current battle for the starting role is no exception. This offseason, the Browns quarterback room has become one of the most talked about storylines in the league, especially with rookie Shedeur Sanders entering the fray. Sanders, a fifth-round pick, already carries a big-name legacy and a lot of hype, which only adds fuel to the media frenzy and fan debates. Wednesday's first open OTA, organized team activity practice of the offseason, gave a clear snapshot of just how intense and scrutinized this quarterback competition is, as reporters and fans dissected every pass and every play from the Browns' four quarterbacks with a microscope. The atmosphere was anything but normal, and it showed how deeply invested everyone is in seeing who will lead the Browns under center. The OTA practice itself felt like a microcosm of the entire offseason quarterback drama. With cameras rolling and notebooks out, the media made it a point to chart each quarterback's every move. Who threw how many passes, who completed them, and who found the end zone. This kind of detailed tracking of OTA performance might even be unprecedented in NFL history, showcasing just how high the stakes feel around Cleveland's QB competition. ESPN Cleveland took the unusual step of creating a quarterback tracker specifically for these OTAs, recording attempts, completions, touchdowns, and interceptions, turning even these early voluntary practices into a numbers game for fans and analysts alike. It's a sign of how the offseason has morphed into a year-round spectacle, especially at the quarterback position. Of course, it's important to remember these OTAs are just the very beginning of a long journey. This was only the second OTA practice of the offseason, so the raw numbers, while exciting to track, don't necessarily predict what will happen come regular season. Coaches have made it clear that reps and stats during OTAs are fluid, and the depth chart can change rapidly. Still, it's hard not to get caught up in the buzz when a rookie like Shedeur Sanders posts impressive completion percentages and touchdown counts, even in limited reps. The Browns quarterback competition is shaping up to be a summer-long saga, with fans eagerly watching every throw and every drill, hoping to find clues about who will eventually win the job. Shedeur Sanders' performance on Wednesday was particularly eye-catching, but also nuanced. While Sanders only attempted 9 passes, significantly fewer than Joe Flacco's 14 and Kenny Pickett's and Dylan Gabriel's 16 each, his accuracy was the best of the group, missing just 2 throws and racking up 3 touchdowns. This efficiency stand out, especially considering the limited opportunities he had compared to the other quarterbacks. Yet these numbers don't tell the whole story. As a rookie picked late in the draft, Sanders is understandably starting lower on the depth chart, and head coach Kevin Stefanski has been vocal about not reading too much into the early reps or snap counts. It's a reminder that while the stats are interesting, the bigger picture is still evolving. Another layer to Sanders' OTA experience was the unique challenges he faced beyond just fewer reps. Zach Jackson from The Athletic highlighted a particular issue. The Browns didn't have enough offensive linemen to properly form a left side of the line during some of Sanders' reps. This means he wasn't always working with a full-strength unit, which could impact his timing, protection, and overall performance. For a rookie quarterback trying to prove himself, these kinds of obstacles are par for the course, but they also make it harder to fairly judge his early progress. It underscores the uphill battle Sanders faces in trying to impress the coaching staff and earn more meaningful snaps as the offseason progresses. Despite these challenges, Sanders made the most of his opportunities on Wednesday. Completing a high percentage of passes and throwing 3 touchdowns is no small feat, especially when reps are limited and conditions aren't ideal. It shows that Sanders has the skill and composure to perform when called upon, even if he's currently behind in a depth chart pecking order. Of course, the OTAs are voluntary and not full-speed practices, so it's still very early to draw definitive conclusions. But it's a promising start for Sanders, and one that will likely keep fans and media buzzing as the quarterback competition heats up through the summer. The Browns coaching staff remains consistent in its messaging that nothing is set in stone yet. Kevin Stefanski has repeatedly urged fans and media members to be patient and not jump to conclusions based on early OTA reps or stat lines. He stresses that the quarterback competition will be dynamic, with players' roles and rep shifting as coaches evaluate performance, mechanics, and leadership during OTAs, minicamps, and ultimately training camp. This caution is important to remember, as narratives can easily spiral based on limited sample sizes. Still, given the attention on Sanders and the other quarterbacks, every practice and every pass will be heavily scrutinized as the Browns try to decide who will be the franchise's leader. For Cleveland fans, this quarterback competition represents a fresh start and a chance for new talent to emerge. Joe Flacco brings experience, Kenny Pickett and Dylan Gabriel offer promise, and Shedeur Sanders injects star power and potential. Each quarterback brings different strengths and questions, making the battle even more compelling. The fact that Sanders, a rookie, is already making headlines for his efficient passing and touchdown throws adds an intriguing wrinkle to the story. But as the OTAs have shown, the competition is far from settled, and patience will be key as the Browns coaching staff navigates this delicate process. In the end, Shedeur Sanders' near-perfect performance at the latest OTA practice, despite its limitations, highlights the intensity and unpredictability of the Browns quarterback. Competition. The numbers and reps may not tell the full story yet, but they offer a tantalizing glimpse into a battle that could shape Cleveland's future for years to come. Fans and analysts will undoubtedly continue to dissect every detail, but the real test is still ahead. Training camp and the regular season. For now, Sanders has shown that given a chance, he can rise to the occasion, and that alone is enough to keep the conversation alive in a quarterback competition that promises to be one of the NFL's most fascinating this summer. Enjoying the content so far? Smash that like button and drop your take in the comments. We want to hear what you think about the Browns this season. When the Cleveland Browns decided to draft not one but two quarterbacks in last month's NFL draft, the move sent ripples through their entire quarterback room. And no one felt it more keenly than veteran Joe Flacco. Even though Flacco is no stranger to competition after 17 years in the league, including a Super Bowl victory, the arrival of fresh talent in Dylan Gabriel and Shedeur Sanders was a surprise that reignited his competitive fire. Yeah, my wife was like, "Oh, they just drafted another guy," Flacco admitted with a laugh during OTAs. He had vowed to ignore draft drama, but it was impossible to stay completely detached when your team's future signal caller depth chart suddenly looks crowded. The Browns' move showed they weren't settling for just one option, setting the stage for a quarterback competition like no other in Cleveland's recent history. Flacco, now the seasoned leader in a uniquely deep quarterback room, faces an interesting challenge. Alongside himself, the Browns boast former first-round pick Kenny Pickett, plus the newly drafted rookies, each hungry to prove their worth. Head coach Kevin Stefanski has made it clear everyone has a shot at the starting job, and no one is guaranteed a spot. For Flacco, this competition could have been intimidating, but his experience brings calm and perspective. Having seen the highs and lows of NFL seasons, he understands that nothing is permanent, but every opportunity to compete is a chance to prove you still belong. The draft weekend was a wake-up call that sparked motivation instead of doubt, a sign that Joe Flacco isn't ready to hang up his cleats just yet. Signing with the Browns in early April, Flacco knew exactly what he was stepping into. The Browns' decision to draft two quarterbacks after bringing him on board wasn't a surprise to the savvy veteran, but it was still a reminder that nothing comes easy in the NFL. What sets Flacco apart is his mature mindset. He knows to keep a level head amid the chaos and pressure. He's not the type to get rattled by competition or feel threatened by younger players trying to take his spot. Instead, he channels that energy into preparing harder, focusing on what he can control, his work ethic and leadership. His veteran presence offers stability to the young quarterback room and a reminder of what hard work and dedication look like at the highest level. What's really fascinating about Flacco's candid admission is how relatable it is, even beyond the NFL. Whether you're clocking in at a 9-to-5 job or throwing footballs in a stadium packed with fans, the feeling of competition can bring out the best in you or the worst. Flacco chose the former. "There's a reason I still want to play this game," he said, reflecting on the motivation that comes from seeing new challengers step up. That drive to prove yourself never goes away for athletes who've tasted success but still hunger for more. It's that competitive spark that keeps them pushing through grueling practices, injuries, and the ever-present uncertainty of professional sports. The Browns quarterback competition is shaping up to be an exciting storyline for fans and analysts alike. While Flacco carries the advantage of experience and familiarity with the offense, the rookies bring fresh energy and untapped potential. Kenny Pickett, a former first-round pick, also remains in the mix, eager to prove his worth as the franchise's future. The quarterback room is a melting pot of styles and skill sets, each player bringing something different to the table. It's the perfect recipe for a battle that will test not just physical abilities, but mental toughness and leadership qualities. Flacco's ability to mentor while competing adds a unique dynamic rarely seen in such a high-stakes quarterback. Race. Despite the fierce competition, Flacco emphasizes that the quarterbacks aren't just rivals. They are teammates who respect and support each other. The bond they build off the field can make a huge difference in how they perform on it. "I'll focus on coming out here, doing my work, having a lot of fun, and all those other things fall into place," Flacco explained. Building strong relationships within the quarterback room creates an environment where everyone can learn and grow together. It's this balance of competition and camaraderie that often leads to success in team sports. Flacco's approach is a reminder that respect and friendship can coexist with ambition and drive. This quarterback competition also highlights the Browns' commitment to building a deep and versatile roster. By drafting two young quarterbacks while keeping a veteran like Flacco, Cleveland is hedging its bets and fostering healthy competition. It's a clear message that no one's job is safe, but everyone's effort will be valued. For the fans, this means an intriguing quarterback battle to watch unfold during training camp and preseason. For the players, it's a daily test of who can rise to the occasion, handle pressure, and ultimately earn the chance to lead one of the league's most passionate fan bases. Flacco's leadership extends beyond his physical skills. His presence in the locker room helps keep the young quarterbacks grounded while pushing them to improve. He understands the importance of being a mentor and role model, especially to players who are just starting their NFL journey. At the same time, Flacco remains fiercely competitive, refusing to be complacent. This dual role of mentor and challenger is a testament to his professionalism and character. It's no small feat to juggle these responsibilities while preparing to battle for a starting position, but Flacco embraces it fully. The Browns quarterback room is a microcosm of modern NFL dynamics, veteran experience mixed with youthful potential and high expectations. Flacco's remarks reveal that even with decades in the league, the hunger to compete never fades. He isn't just there to fill a roster spot. He's ready to earn every snap and prove that he still belongs on the field. His honest reflection on the motivation sparked by the draft shows a refreshing humility and passion for the game. It's a story of perseverance and dedication, one that resonates with athletes and fans everywhere. As the Browns offseason progresses, all eyes will be on how this quarterback competition unfolds. Joe Flacco's new source of motivation might just be the secret ingredient that fuels an inspiring chapter in his career. Whether he wins the starting role or helps elevate the young quarterbacks behind him, Flacco's impact will be felt. His ability to stay grounded while embracing competition embodies the spirit of the NFL and the relentless pursuit of greatness. For now, Browns fans can look forward to a quarterback battle that promises drama, excitement, and a whole lot of heart. Thanks for riding with us on another Browns Blitz. If you liked the video, share it with a fellow fan, hit subscribe, and ring that bell so you're always part of the Dawg Pound conversation. Go Browns!